John's journey to reclaim his life wasn't easy. It was a path filled with challenges, determination, and ultimately, transformation.
John, you're at pre-diabetic levels, with high blood pressure and unstable cholesterol. If you don't make changes now, your risk of heart disease and stroke will skyrocket within a few years.
Hello, I'm Jessica, a health consultant with over 10 years of experience helping thousands of people regain balance in their lives. Today, I want to share the story of John, a man who faced serious health risks due to weight gain but decided to turn his life around. This isn't just a story about losing weight. It's a journey of rediscovering oneself. These warnings weren't just for John. They're the wake-up calls that anyone might hear when we neglect our health, even for a short time. Have you ever looked in the mirror and asked yourself, who have I become? How did it come to this? That's exactly how John felt. When your health is gone, it's not just your energy you lose, it's the precious moments with the people you love. Sometimes all it takes is a small decision to start. For John, it was the decision to take back control of his life. But this journey won't be easy. Can he overcome the first challenge? John's story could be your story. Follow his journey because it might just be your journey too. For John, it wasn't just about losing weight. It was about saving himself, ensuring he wouldn't miss the precious moments with his family. John realized that his health didn't just impact him. It affected the people he loved. He didn't want to remain a bystander in his son's life. John's reason was clear. His family was his driving force, and pride in himself was his goal. But maybe your reason is different. It could be your health, your confidence, or simply wanting a better life. What will drive you forward? Starting is always the hardest part. Sometimes one small step is enough to set the course for an entire journey. Small victories have a big impact. Every step, no matter how small, brings John closer to the best version of himself. John had found his reason and taken his first steps. But the road ahead wouldn't be easy. How would he stay consistent and overcome temptations? Join us in part 3 to find out. John's daily challenges and victories. John starts his day with determination. However, in the kitchen, he stands before the pantry filled with snacks, chips, chocolate, and cookies. He takes a deep breath, closes the pantry, and opts for a glass of water instead. Facing temptations is never easy. This morning, John had to choose between temporary comfort and his commitment to change, and he made the right choice saying no to junk food. John sits at his desk during a lunch break, scrolling through his phone. A fast food ad appears showing a juicy burger. He hesitates briefly, but then stands up, pours himself a large glass of water, and drinks it all. Returning to his desk, he opens his notebook and jots down a few notes about his goals as a reminder. Today, John overcame yet another challenge. Instead of taking the easy way out by ordering fast food, he stood up, drank water, and refocused on what truly mattered. He understood that every choice, no matter how small, builds the future he desires. In the evening, John attends a small gathering with friends. Trays of tempting foods like pizza, soda, and desserts are passed around. John pulls out a bag of nuts he prepared earlier, pours himself a glass of water, and snacks while chatting with his friends. John didn't let himself be caught unprepared. Instead of giving in to temptation, he came equipped, bringing a bag of healthy nuts and choosing water. He knew that a small act like this was a solid step forward in his journey of change. After the gathering, John writes a note in his notebook, Day 10 resisted junk food and soda. These small wins are bringing me closer to my goal. Recording each small victory helps John stay motivated. The notes in his notebook aren't just reminders, they're sources of inspiration when facing future challenges. The next morning, John steps onto the treadmill. He starts slowly, but after a few minutes, he picks up the pace. The timer reads 20 minutes as he finishes. Sweat drips down his face, but he smiles lightly. John kept pushing his limits. Today he went a bit further, completing 20 minutes on the treadmill, his longest yet. During dinner, John sits with his family. On his plate are grilled chicken, vegetables, and brown rice. His son looks at his plate, amazed. Dad, that looks delicious. Can I have some? John smiles, proud of his positive choices. John's changes didn't just benefit him. They inspired his family. This was a big motivation for him to keep going. Back at his desk, John flips through his notebook. Each page records small wins. Day 5, walked 17 minutes. Day 7, avoided fast food. He adds a new note. Day 12, one more step closer to my goal. Consistency is built through small, repeated actions each day. With every victory, John strengthened the foundation for lasting change. John sits on the couch, watching his son play. He glances at the family photo on the wall and quietly says, "I'm doing this for them and for me." John's journey wasn't just about losing weight, it was about reclaiming control over his life. But bigger challenges lie ahead. In Part 4, we'll see John take the next step, embracing strength. Don't miss it. Discovering strength is more than just lifting weights. It's about building physical power and resilience. Over the next few minutes, we'll follow John's journey as he takes his first steps into the world of fitness and strength training. John enters the gym for the first time. He hesitates, scanning the room filled with people lifting weights and running on treadmills. Taking a deep breath, he walks over to the corner where lighter dumbbells are stacked. He picks up a pair of small weights and gives them a cautious look before beginning. John felt out of place stepping into the gym for the first time. Surrounded by experienced lifters, he was nervous. But today, he chose to take the first step toward building his strength, starting with light weights. John attempts his first set of bicep curls. His hands tremble as he lifts the dumbbells, sweat forming on his forehead. After a few reps, he carefully places the weights back on the rack, breathing heavily but with a determined look in his eyes. Every journey begins with small, shaky steps. John struggled through his first workout, but he understood that this was the foundation of something bigger. Each lift, no matter how small, was progress. A few days later, John returns to the gym with more confidence. He begins a simple squat routine with a weighted bar. His movements are slow and deliberate as he focuses on keeping proper form. Returning to the gym after the first day wasn't easy, but John was determined. With each controlled squat, he built not just strength but also trust in his ability to keep going. Celebrating small milestones kept John motivated. By marking his first week of progress, he reminded himself of the effort he had put in and the results he was working toward. Strength isn't just about muscles. For John, it was also about determination, pushing himself a little further each time, even when it hurt. John began to see the results of his hard work. It wasn't just physical strength he was gaining. It was confidence in his ability to transform. John's notebook became a testament to his journey, a record of every struggle and triumph. Each entry reminded him how far he had come. John discovered that true strength isn't just physical. It's about commitment, perseverance, and love for the people who matter most. But his journey isn't over. In Part 5, John will explore how adjusting his diet can take his progress to the next level. Stay tuned. John knew that improving his health required addressing his diet. This morning, he started implementing his new nutrition plan with a healthy breakfast rich in protein, fiber, and energy for the day ahead. In the past, John often ate quickly, relying on convenient fast food. But today, he prepared a balanced meal with protein, fiber, and complex carbohydrates. Eating slowly helped him savor the flavors and control his portions. Planning is a key part of changing one's diet. Today, John not only went shopping, but he also carefully selected foods that aligned with his health goals, ensuring every purchase supported his journey. John's new diet wasn't just for him. He inspired his family with healthy, nutritious, and delicious meals, creating a positive impact for everyone. Before going to bed, John drinks a large glass of water, then opens his notebook and writes, Day 30. Feeling lighter and more energized. Preparing my meals has helped me eat more mindfully and stay in control. By keeping a journal, John could reflect on his journey. He realized that not only was his weight decreasing, but his body also felt healthier and more energized. The next day, John snacks on a banana and a handful of almonds before stepping onto the treadmill. After his workout, he drinks a smoothie made with bananas, Greek yogurt, and chia seeds, all prepped in advance. John's nutrition plan wasn't just about main meals. He learned to prepare nutrient-dense snacks to fuel his body before and after workouts, helping it recover more effectively. John sits at his desk, reviewing a chart of his weight and body measurements that he's tracked over the past month. He smiles as he notices a significant reduction in his waistline. Tracking progress allowed John to see tangible results. Not only was his body changing, but he also felt his health improving day by day. In the evening, John sits on the couch, holding his notebook and reading through the entries he had written over the past month. He looks at the family photo on the wall and smiles with satisfaction. John built a solid foundation for his journey through healthy eating. But he knew this was only the beginning. In part 6, we'll see how John handles unexpected challenges in life. Stay tuned. Setbacks are inevitable. This morning, John found himself overwhelmed, skipping his workout and slipping back into an old habit. But setbacks don't define us. How we respond to them does. When faced with setbacks, John reminded himself of how far he'd come. Reading his own words reignited his motivation to get back on track. Sometimes, all it takes is one step in the right direction to change the course of your day. John chose to turn his frustration into action. A simple walk became a way to reset his mind and body, proving to himself that even on hard days, he could still make progress. Temptations often strike when we're tired or stressed, but tonight, John chose to stick to his plan. Preparing meals in advance became his secret weapon against impulsive decisions. After dinner, John sits with his son, helping him with homework. His son looks up and asks, "Son, Dad, are you okay? You seemed upset earlier." "John, I had a tough day, but I'm feeling better now. Sometimes we just need to take things one step at a time. Setbacks aren't just challenges, they're opportunities to show resilience." John's ability to stay present for his family, even on tough days, reminded him why he started this journey in the first place. The next morning, John is back on the treadmill, walking briskly. The timer shows 25 minutes as he finishes, sweat dripping but with a proud smile on his face. Instead of letting a single bad day derail him, John turned it into fuel for a better tomorrow. He pushed himself further today, proving that resilience is built one day at a time. John updates his notebook that evening. John, day 40. Faced a tough day but didn't give up. Completed my longest treadmill session yet. Proud of myself for staying strong. Documenting both challenges and victories gave John perspective. It wasn't about perfection, it was about progress even through difficult times. John sits with his family after dinner, laughing as his son shares a story from school. He looks around the table, feeling grateful. Quietly, he says to himself, "John, I'm stronger than I thought. Every challenge is just another step toward becoming the best version of myself." John learned that setbacks aren't the end, they're part of the journey. But how will he prepare for even greater challenges ahead? In part 7, we'll see how John builds a support system to ensure lasting success. Don't miss it.
Hi, can I join you guys?
The journey to change doesn't have to be a solo effort. Today, John stepped out of his comfort zone to find support. These new friends brought not only motivation, but also a sense of belonging.
All right, here goes nothing.
Encouragement from others helped John push past his limits. Sometimes a well-timed cheer can make all the difference. "Hey, remember when you said you wanted to start working out? How about we hit the gym together this weekend?" John started building a support network not just at the gym, but also among his personal connections. A shared journey is always easier with a companion by your side. "We're doing great, let's push for just a bit more." This journey isn't just about physical health, it's about connecting and sharing goals with others. Today, John didn't just conquer a longer distance, he strengthened a meaningful relationship. Day 50. Found true companions on this journey. They not only help me overcome challenges, but also make me feel stronger than ever. By documenting not just his personal wins, but also the connections he's built, John stayed motivated. This support system became the foundation for his lasting success. How do you stay motivated, John? I'm not doing this alone. There are people who encourage me every day, and I do the same for them. Sharing his story not only helped John stay motivated, but also inspired others. He turned his journey into a source of encouragement for his community. Big challenges become less daunting when you have people by your side. With the support of his friends, John not only broke through his limits, but also discovered his hidden strength. "Dad, you're amazing! I want to be strong like you. I'm doing this for you and for all of us." John's journey has become a part of his life, transforming not just his body, but his spirit. In part 8, we'll see John take on his greatest challenge yet, completing something he once thought impossible. Don't miss it. John's 3-month journey to reclaim his life, a story of weight loss and redemption. Conquering the impossible. John's greatest challenge.
You've got this.
John is about to face his biggest challenge yet, completing a 10K run, something he once thought was impossible. Today, he's not just running for himself, he's running for a cause and for everyone who believes in him. Every step was a reminder of how far John had come, The support of his community echoed in his heart, fueling him to keep moving forward. Setbacks during the journey are inevitable, but John had learned that slowing down wasn't giving up, it was part of the process. He reminded himself of his mantra, one step at a time. In his moment of doubt, John found strength in his family's encouragement. Their belief in him reminded him of why he started this journey and reignited his determination to finish. Crossing the finish line wasn't just about completing the race, it was about conquering a fear he once thought insurmountable. Today, John proved to himself that impossible is just a word. This victory wasn't just John's, it was shared with everyone who had supported him. And now, he's inspiring the next generation to believe in their own potential. John's notebook was more than just a record. It was a reflection of his resilience and growth. Each entry told the story of a man who chose to rise above his limits. John's journey doesn't end here. Completing the 10K was a milestone, but his story continues. In Part 9, we'll see how John transforms his journey into a lifestyle that lasts a lifetime. Don't miss it. For John, change was no longer just a goal, it had become a way of life. His mornings were no longer rushed or chaotic. They were deliberate and focused, setting the tone for the day. Consistency was the key to John's transformation. Each workout wasn't about perfection, but about showing up and giving his best effort. John's journey wasn't just about personal change, it influenced his family, creating a shared commitment to healthier living. Together, they discovered that nutritious meals could also be delicious. John's transformation became a ripple effect, inspiring others to begin their own journeys. He realized that his story had the power to motivate those around him. Fitness wasn't confined to the gym for John. He embraced movement as part of his everyday life, proving that staying active could be both simple and enjoyable. For John, documenting his journey wasn't just about tracking progress, it was about celebrating the transformation of his mindset and lifestyle. John's journey came full circle as he became a source of inspiration for others. His story wasn't just about losing weight, it was about finding strength, resilience, and purpose. John's transformation wasn't just physical, it was a profound shift in how he lived and loved. In Part 10, we'll see how John works with his doctor to ensure his health continues to thrive. Don't miss it. John is revisiting his journey, from the challenging early days to where he stands now. He recalls every workout, every healthy meal he prepared, and the pride he felt as he watched the changes unfold day by day. As John shared his journey, he recalled the early mornings spent exercising, the moments of resisting fast food, and the family dinners he made healthier. This was not just about habits, it was about a complete mindset shift. As the doctor explained the numbers, John recalled the mornings he diligently recorded his weight and body measurements in his notebook. Each small change, from morning walks to gradually increasing weights at the gym, contributed to these results. John didn't just record the positive outcomes, he also reminded himself of the days when he struggled to push through workouts or skip unhealthy meals. He knew every effort had been worth it. In this moment, John realized that his journey wasn't just about numbers, it was about how he changed his life, day by day. John reflected on all the mornings he woke up early to exercise, the times he prepared healthy meals despite being tired, and every sacrifice he made. It was all worth it, not just for him, but for the people he loved. As John prepared food and planned his workouts, he thought about each small goal he had achieved. These habits were no longer challenges, they had become natural parts of his life. John's journey is proof that anyone can change. Small steps, when taken consistently, can lead to profound and lasting transformations. John realized that transformation isn't about perfection, but persistence. Every new day is an opportunity to start again. John understood that success isn't always about big goals, but in the small, consistent steps he takes every single day. John has turned this journey into a lifestyle, no longer a burden, but a source of joy, where he discovers new strengths and pushes his limits every day. John's journey is proof that small, consistent changes can lead to transformative results. If John can do it, so can you. You've just seen John's inspiring story, a journey from health concerns to a more fulfilled life. If you're ready to make a change, remember that every small step matters. Don't forget to like this video, share your story in the comments, and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss more inspiring content.